Mark Poulton and Mike McMahon are back with a new USAssassin book. So this is the second in their ongoing series, and let's take a look at this. New villains unite to take down government super agent Joe Knight in a story inspired by action films The Raid and Bruce Lee's Game of Death. When Joe awakens in the basement of a building, he must work his way up each level where new threats await him. A mysterious man from his past is at the head of this, and it leads Joe to think back to his past as a young recruit of the Project USAssasin program, where he was trained by Sensei Steel. Okay, I admit, I didn't get a chance to see the first book when it came out, and since I didn't get a chance to see the first one, I really hope that it's going to be available here when you buy the sequel. If you're wondering, Mark Poulton and Mike McMahon are definitely Comicsgate. In fact, Poulton co-wrote and co-created Graveyard Shift with John Malin. One thing I have never liked in advertising is when you start comparing yourself to other mediums and other projects. For example, the movie The Fifth Element. Instead of relying on what they were presenting to audiences, they immediately started comparing themselves to Star Wars and Star Trek, as if invoking these established science fiction series would somehow bolster their own movie. So when you start talking about The Raid and Bruce Lee's Game of Death, that immediately has a negative connotation. It suggests that you don't have complete faith in your own project. So, just as a word to the wise, it's always best to avoid comparing your own project to someone else's project, for fear that you're going to leave your audience with this impression. Oh, sure, you can definitely bring up The Raid or Game of Death when you're doing a YouTube video or when you're talking about what inspired you to go ahead and create this story, but don't put it in the actual description of your actual story. With that said, let's go ahead and take a look at the perks on the right. So the first thing we have is the fan pack, which is going to be a head sketch and book 1 and 2. Alright, so right there I automatically know I can get the first book and the second book together. That is a nice perk. But only 8 of these have been claimed, but I'm not really worried about that, because if we go to the top, you can see that we only have 30 days on this because it only just came out, and 162 backers already with $8,845. So great going, guys. Let's go ahead and check out the other perks that are available. Alright, we have the $25 perk, which is just the actual book 2 in the series. And that's already sold 108 copies. Amazing. Next on the list, we have the book 1 reprint, and it looks like that's for $25, and they're playing homage to Todd McFarlane's Spider-Man cover from Marvel Comics. Another word of advice? This is also not good. I mean, you want to play homage to somebody, that's fine. You can add that as like a poster inside the book, but don't actually make it your cover. Again, it suggests that you don't have complete faith in your own project. Scrolling down, our next perk is the Kevin Sharp variant cover. Okay. And below that, the Ked Nokon variant cover. Alright. We have merch, the Spider-Man homage t-shirt, also $25. And here we have the opportunity to get 2 copies of book 2. And we got another pack for book 1 and 2 together. Great if you're just catching up with the series. The Triple Threat pack, which has the original first printing, the reprint variant, and the new second book in the series. We've got our Patriot pack after that. We've got the Foot Locker pack, and we have the Retailer pack. Retailer packs. I have never ever seen this work. Every time I've seen anybody offer a retail pack where you can get 10, 20, 30 copies of your book, retailers do not buy them. And the reason why retailers don't buy them is because they are beholden to DC and Marvel. Guys, you're just going to have to accept it. The retail market is dead. Not only is the retail market dead, but it deserves to die. Putting out a retail pack is like a fond wish, a prayer to our Lord Jesus, asking him to please make it not so. I'm sorry, it is so. The retail market is dead, it is going down in flames, there is no saving it at this point. And you're going to see over the course of 2021 what's left of the retail market implode and die. Sure, the retailers can't sell anything they're getting from DC and Marvel because fans don't want any of the garbage that they're putting out. And while their entire business model is collapsing, they're blaming you. You, the Comicsgate writer, you, the Comicsgate artist, because how dare you go ahead and make books online? These retailers hate you. They despise you because you are not beholden to them. You can't save somebody who has no interest in being saved. Your boy Zach already figured that out, and frankly, you guys need to figure this out too. Stop offering retailer packs. They do not sell. My big suggestion would actually be to move the Foot Locker pack to be your first option. And then you go ahead and make the offer for book 2 your second option on the list. And then finally, make the action pack the third item on your list. Mark Poulton has been a stalwart defender of Comicsgate and the people in the Comicsgate community. So I absolutely 100% recommend everyone go ahead and support his book.